'Cause I'm addicted to what you and I realize. Lead the way, I follow. No need to say where we are heading now, babe. I follow to the edge of it all. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what, yeah. Susceptible now, before the moment flies, before it flies. So tell your good night, 'cause I'll find no matter what. Susceptible now, before the moment flies.
I'm causing mayhem every motherfucking Mondays from now on, and I want y'all to bring it. No, you got your man out there doing bigger and better things, okay? And I blame, Trey asked a good question. How did it get so bad? I blame y'all. Because y'all been sitting on the fucking sidelines, letting these women do this bullshit, not setting boundaries, not telling women no, fuck off. And that's why we do what you allow us to do. You are one I love to hate and hate to love, but at the end of the day, I love you, baby girl. Come on the panel, let's go, please. Let's go. You're going to be emotional, but you might go back limping. What's going on? What's going on to all my embracers on the Black Man Unfiltered Network? How y'all doing tonight? I'm telling y'all, tonight's going to be a good one. I couldn't emotionally do this show yesterday because I be going through it on Father's Day. Anybody that knows me knows that I'm a daddy's girl. And me and my dad were locked in like 4 flat tires. So I went and got my nails done, took care of me, self-cared, prayed. I did go on one panel with one of my colleagues that I collab with, and they were having a good show. So I did that. But I'm saving it for tonight, Monday Night Mayhem, because I want the motherfucking smoke. I want y'all to come and tell me, how is it okay for parental alienation? How is it okay to keep your children away from fathers? How is it okay to have Black women saying it's okay to delete your Black babies? Okay? We all up in raw about a white girl saying the N-word, but I didn't see all this outrage when we had Black women on here on these Black Truth streets, YouTube streets, saying that it's okay to delete Black babies. But before we get started, I am dedicating this show to all of the good men, to all of the good active fathers, and especially my African-American Black King fathers. This is for y'all. And of course, for my pops, shout out to Pete. I'm actually going to make a drink. This was his favorite drink, a 7 and 7. So I'm going to fix me a cocktail because this is in his honor. I don't believe in wasting no alcohol. I'm not spilling shit on the floor. All I know is that I'm making a drink in his honor. So no wine tonight, Red Bell. It's going to be straight up brown. Okay? Little Seagram 7 with some Sprite. And we're going to get this started. We're gonna get this started, and who's ever BMU, if you in the back, go ahead and drop the link now, because I want my guys to be already back here. I want to hear stories from single dads. I want to hear fuckery that dads had to go through because of women. Because you know what, this has to stop. This has to stop. And yeah, this is a non-black woman talking about this because you know what? It's necessary. If y'all could let milk of magnesia into y'all manosphere and be okay with it, if y'all could let sisters talk shit about deleting black male, then I'm sure as hell knocking this door down tonight. And if y'all don't like it, y'all can unsubscribe and y'all can leave. Okay? But I'm bringing it. Because it's getting bad, and it's bad. And I have a black son. And for somebody to tell me that I should have deleted him is shameful, disheartening, and disgusting. It really is. And the fact that we didn't get as much outrage as everybody's talking on these YouTube streets this weekend about some white country ass girl saying the N-word. Come on, man. What we doing here? What we doing? Why is it the emphasis so much bigger when it's somebody from another race that does something, but it doesn't bother y'all when it's somebody from within your own race? I need y'all to explain that to me. Why am I more angry than my beloved sisters who are around here having black children, black male children? Tell me that. Make that make sense to me. Make that make sense. And this is a shout out to Sharon Bracey and PH Diva who talking about this bullshit, being okay with this bullshit. Because Sharon, if you allow that shit on your channel, you're co-signing to that shit. I don't want to hear about, well, those are not my beliefs. No. You hang around with people with the same mindset. I understand that everybody's entitled to their opinion. I understand that everybody's entitled to their own perspective, but not that, bro. You lost me with that one. You really did. You really did lose me. And here we go already with the trolls. I already knew this was happening. So, Lady D, my first sip is for you because this is gonna be a good one. Talk all your shit tonight, honey. Because your sisters out here walking around YouTube Street saying that it's okay to delete male black babies, but you don't talk shit about that. You okay with that though, right? And you have 3 sons. So let's talk about that. You want to talk so much other crap, but why don't you shame the women that do this or the people that co-sign to this? Huh? Why isn't it a sister up here besides my awesome take heed to the message and all the beautiful ladies of BMU and shout out to Crimson Cure? Huh? Where's the outrage? Where is the outrage? And of course, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. If you get in your feelings, oh well, damn your feelings. Because how about them children feelings? Huh? How about them daddy feelings that want to be active fathers, but y'all won't let them? How about the feelings of fathers that go to jail due to child support? How about the feelings of the parents that can't go to a graduation, or you won't let him play football because the dad's the coach? How about them feelings? So right now, F y'all feelings, ladies, and these are to the ladies that it applies to. Because just like how we have so-called deadbeat dads, we got plenty of deadbeat moms going around. This is not for y'all. If you can't handle it, get out the kitchen. I'm telling you right now, because I'm bringing it. on Monday Night Mayhem on the Black Man Unfiltered Network. And hey, don't forget, guys, to go to my channel personally, to go ahead and smash that like button, and feel free to go ahead and drop a donation, whatever. Super chat on the Black Man Unfiltered. Support the channel, man. We work hard over here 7 days a week to bring you guys informative entertainment and funny shit to y'all. But tonight is mayhem, y'all. Tonight is mayhem. Tonight is mayhem. So with that being said, I got some videos lined up for y'all. I kind of killed Black Man last night with he texted me. He's like, why did you send me 900 emails? I'm like, there's a lot I want to say and show. So he had to pick the best ones. So we're gonna start with the first video and set the tone while I be sipping. So go ahead, Black Man, go ahead and show the first video and let's see what we got over her.
That's what I said. And then was like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, what in the world? But don't do it here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Really? I thought the same thing. We think a lot alike, huh? Come on. That's crazy. Right. That's what I said. And then was like, you know what I'm saying? And I was like, what in the world? But don't do it here, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Really? I thought the same thing. We think a lot alike, huh? Come on. That's crazy. Right.
You see that moment right there? That's called bonding. Bonding is necessary with children and their fathers. That is called bonding. Hey, Mr. Bennett, how you doing, sir? Thank you for coming and showing up and showing me support. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, Milani, they are hypocrites. They are. We need our brothers. Amen. We do. Fathers are needed. Amen. Yes, they are. And I got my notes, ladies and gentlemen, because I'm going to show you. Talk to them, Grace. Oh, I am. I'm talking and sipping and talking. Okay. Oh, here we go. When I would take my sons to their T-ball games, all black men were at the game with their biracial sons and white mothers. Tell the truth and shame the devil. And why is that? Why is that? Why did the black man have to go elsewhere? Because once again, and I will repeat it and keep repeating it, a black man's choice will always be a black woman, first choice. There's a lot of y'all black women that won't even look or turn your head towards a black man because he's a lame. He's blue collar. He don't make 6 figures, 6 feet tall, or a six pack. So how about we shame y'all? How many good men have sisters pass by because they're not already at the finish line? So don't blame the white girl. Don't blame the snow bunny. Don't blame the Asian girl. And don't blame the Latina. Blame yourselves. When the fuck are y'all going to start taking a mirror? Huh? When are you going to start taking a mirror and looking at yourselves and turning the mirror on yourselves? Huh? Instead of pointing, because remember, when you're pointing a finger at somebody, there's 3 pointing back at you, Lady D. 1 son, 2 son, 3 son. How about that? So I'm ready for you tonight. I am pumped. You know, I did my grieving last night. I isolated myself, but I'm ready. I'm ready for you, Lady D, because you ain't got shit to say but nothing but degrading. So now we're jumping on white women now tonight, right? That's what we're doing. And come on, bring it. But you're a coward. You're a keyboard warrior. You don't show your face. Okay, because you're too busy playing with your fucking rose. I ain't playing tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Vampires don't have a reflection. Oh damn. I don't even have time to look at the comments tonight or anything like I usually do. Maybe when I get more people when I get people on the panel. But I'm giving it to y'all. Baby girls in the building. Absolutely. Anybody is sipping? Come sip with me. Let's toast. Just imagine if blacks said they would delete all black female babies by any means necessary. The backlash would be insane. Exactly, Trey. Exactly. I want that same energy that all y'all YouTube's content creators got this weekend about that white girl saying the N word. But where's the same energy when Cynthia G was out here talking about deleting black babies? Where's the same energy when PhD would talk about that same bullshit? You see what I'm saying? It's so one-sided street. That's why we never taken seriously. There's no unity. But y'all more worried about the milk of magnesia. And y'all can figure out who I'm talking about with the milk of magnesia. And y'all worried about me because I'm a non-black female. But y'all ain't worried about a black female talking about deleting black male babies. Selective outrage. Exactly, Milani. Selective outrage. And shout out to Hamp. He did an awesome show last night about the white chick using the N-word. I don't agree with his perspective. I don't. If we want others to stop saying that word, then we need to lead by example. We made it too comfortable for another race to say that. And I get it. I'm from New York, and we use that word, and not in a bad connotation. But I was checked. I was checked by a Southern gentleman, and I have really made it intentionally and mindfully not to use that word in any connotation. I feel uncomfortable. Like today, I was watching Hamp's show, and every other word was the N word or bitches. Not Hamp. I got to make that straight. But the panel, and I wrote it. Can y'all talk without saying that word and articulate your thoughts without saying the B word or the N word? But we're gonna get mad because a white girl said it. When we are the most that say it the most. We are the most that have the most colorism. We are the most that are racist within ourselves. But we expect others not to have racism against us. We expect others not to use colorism. We expect others not to use the N-word. Make that make sense. I'm waiting. I'll wait. I will wait. Yeah, that's what I thought. And y'all can put your money where your mouth is, because if y'all got shit to say, drop a cash app, drop a super chat, and show the support, because this show is real tonight. We need to have more outrage in the BS that we got going on. Get on, because this is some bullshit. So let me start with my information. My information tonight I got from the American Academy of Pediatrics. Black fathers, and this, look, to my mothers out there, don't get in your, to my good mothers out there, do not get in your feelings. Because we have to start training ourselves and teaching ourselves that Black fathers are just as important as mothers. Black fathers, and then I'm going to stop using Black because it's fathers in general, but it's, you guys know, that is more prevalent in the melanated community. Fathers bring structure and discipline and safety. They are detrimental to the development of a child. They serve as a positive role model and offer advice. Father's Day matters. I want to know what y'all heifers, shout out to Hank, what y'all did for the man in y'all life yesterday. For your grandfather, your father, your uncles, your male cousins, your baby daddy, your fiance, your husband. Did you go all out? Like you're expected for them to go all out for you on Mother's Day? Or did you buy him a bullshit ass necktie or some socks and underwears? Huh? Did you spend your money on him yesterday? Did you show gratitude and appreciation and value to what he brings to the table as a father? I'll wait. I'll wait. I want to hear this. Huh? Or did you think giving him pussy was good enough for Father's Day? That shit gets old. He'd been had that. If your man loves sports, did you give him a ticket to a game? If your man loves to smoke cigars, did you drop $200-300 on a good cigar or a good bottle of bourbon? Things that he likes, not things that you think he may like. Some of y'all don't even know your man that good to know what they like or what they really want. And y'all, man, I'm going to get on y'all asses too. Y'all need to stop saying, it's no big deal. I don't need anything. Yeah, you do. Value yourself. Take the seat at the head of the table as you deserve to be. Y'all are the leaders. Y'all are the kings. Start acting like it. Get off of the sidelines and get in the game. Get in the game. It's up to us women to make sure that it matters. It's up to us to make sure that Father Days matters to the men in our life. It's really sad. You go into the stores, you see the commercials, you see the sales at the mall for Mother's Day. It looks like the store threw up flowers and balloons. But go there on Father's Day. Maybe one or two balloons if you're lucky, and a steak cut in a heart shape. We about that bullshit. Really are. We need to embrace Father's Day. And then they got to share Father's Day with what? Flag Day. They got to share Father's Day with the rainbow community. They can't even get that to themselves. Yeah, I notice everything. They can't even get their own holidays without having to be shared with others. I'm like, really, man? Is this how much we devalue our men in our society? Is this how much we don't appreciate our men? But as soon as one of our asses is in trouble, who we calling? Oh, man. You get a flat tire and you call AAA. Who's showing up? Oh, man. You call 911 92% of the time. Trey coming for your ass. Oh, man. Your house is on fire. Who gonna pick up your 300-pound ass out of that burning building? Oh, man. Huh? Who built them houses that your ass be sleeping in at night? Who goes up there in the pole when the lights go out in the middle of a hurricane or a storm? Who's in the oil rigs? I'm waiting. I don't hear anything, Lady D. We quiet now, huh? Hello? Hello? We quiet now. That's what we doing, right? That's what we doing. Exactly. Exactly what I thought. Exactly what I thought. Let me tell you, I'm going to give you a couple of examples what I used to do for my ex-husband. He don't eat pork. And he's not really a breakfast person. Unless there was steak involved. So my ass, the day before, would go to the store, buy a nice, hold on. My sons don't cheat because they don't know what it is. I didn't have a cheater shacking in my house. Oh, but you didn't have a man in the house. You didn't have a father in the house. You didn't have a husband in the house. How about that? Next. I would go to the store the night before, buy him a big ass ribeye, go to the mall and buy whatever I saw fit to buy him. It was at least a $500 day for me. And I would get up in the morning, put that grill up, because I love grilling. My daddy taught me how to grill, and not no gas grill. I do the charcoals. Grill up a steak, scrambled eggs, hash browns, orange juice, fruit. And that's how he gonna start his day. How many of y'all heifers did that yesterday for y'all men, for y'all fathers in your lives, or the baby daddies in your life? How many of y'all did that? How many of y'all did anything of value to show your man, Edinburgh, you were the breakfast, huh? Yeah, after breakfast. Stop kidding you. The point is that I made it a point to show him appreciation when we were together. I was intentional and mindful to let him know that I appreciated him. I made sure that my son, when he was younger, would make him a card or do whatever. They had these little projects at school, whatever. Come on, ladies. Come on. Y'all expect so much. You expect so much from y'all men, but don't do nothing in return. Again, ladies, these are not for the ones that get it. These are not for the ones that understand the assignment. These are for the raggedy ass, ratchet, selfish, self-entitled heifers. that expect just boxes is good enough. Put them in a body bag. Get out of here with that BS. I didn't have kids because I didn't want to fall into the stereotypical black male image. Okay, I get it. I get it. And I can respect that. But the thing is, at least you knew. You know what I'm saying? And knowing is half the battle, sir. Okay? There's a lot of women that know they don't want no motherfucking kids, but they still have them for the wrong reasons. They have them for a check. They have them to use the kid as a pawn. They have them to bring misery to their baby daddies. And then they don't even want to give it to the father. So come on, man. Come on. Come on. So yesterday on Father's Day, did we make it matter for them? It's a day that gives women, baby mamas, wives, girlfriends, fiancés, the opportunity to express gratitude and love for the fathers who play such an important role in their children's life. Did y'all do that? Did y'all do that yesterday? I don't think they want the heat on Black Man Unfiltered. I really don't. And that's okay. I'll talk here all night for 2 hours. Let me show you and tell you. If y'all ladies don't know, take some motherfucking notes. Fathers set the bar for relationships with others. Fathers not only influence who we are, but how we have relationship with people as we grow. The way a father treats his child will influence what he or she looks for in other people. Friends, lovers, and spouses will all be chosen based on how the child perceived the meaning of relationship with his or her father. The patterns of a father sets in the relationship with his children and will dictate how the children will relate with other people. So in other words, let me break it down to basic for y'all ones all the way in the back and don't understand and want to act stupid and don't want to understand. A father will mold on how that person will act and have relationships. Alexa, be quiet. How of that child would determine how they interact in a relationship in this world. If a father is caring and treats people with respect, the young boy will grow up much the same. When a father is absent, young boys look to other male figures and set rules for how to behave and survive in the world. So what that means is, where do they turn to? The gangs. They turn to the wrong crowd. They turn to drugs, alcohol. Come on, man. If y'all don't see that shit, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how else more to say it. Fathers are important because, like mothers, fathers are pillars in the development of a child's emotional being. Children look to their father to lay down the rules and enforce them. Fathers bring structure, discipline, and routine to the household. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Because a lot of us women, me too, sometimes we get that soft spot. We tell them they're on punishment and we cut the punishment short. Not a father. Fathers also provide a feeling of security, both physical and emotional. Children want to make their fathers proud, and involved fathers promotes inner growth and strength. Let me read that again so y'all can sit in it. Fathers provide a feeling of security, both physical and emotional. Children want to make their fathers proud, and involved fathers promotes inner growth and strength, high self-esteem, high self-image. Because us mothers, we are one of the worst ones to be talking fucked up to our kids. Y'all remember the show that I did on toxic mothers? Y'all remember that, right? And I'm not saying that there's not toxic fathers and there's raggedy ass. Those are the ones I'm not pointing to? I'm pointing to the good fathers. The good fathers. Father and daughter. Let me show you how important it is. Well, before I get into that, Black Man Unfiltered, let's go ahead and show another video. I got to check on my shrimp and grits I got on the stove. So let's show another video because I do not want to burn my dinner.
Like she crazy, cursing at her, telling her what you won't do. You won't clean your room. You won't do what you want to do. And you talk to your mother like that? Like you tough? Do you think you tough, little man? Talk to me like you talk to your mother. Talk to me. You think you tough, don't you? Boss up on me. Cuss me out. Tell me you ain't gonna do what I say do. I dare you. I dare you. You ain't gonna do it to me? Why you do it to her? Why you talk to her disrespectfully? Why? Little boy, answer me. Why do you talk to your mother disrespectfully? You don't know why you do it. Today I'm gonna help you find out why. And today it ends. Today it ends. Do you understand? You will not call your mother out of her name. Like she crazy, cursing at her, telling her what you won't do. You won't clean your room. You won't do what you want to do. And you talk to your mother like that? Like you tough? Do you think you tough, little man? Talk to me like you talk to your mother. Talk to me. You think you tough, don't you? Boss up on me. Cuss me out. Tell me you ain't gonna do what I say do. I dare you. I dare you. You ain't gonna do it to me? Why you do it to her? Why you talk to her disrespectfully? Why? Little boy, answer me. Why do you talk to your mother disrespectfully? You don't know why you do it. Today I'm going to help you find out why. And today it ends. Today it ends. Do you understand? You will not call your mother out of her name.
Okay. That's what a father brings. That is a perfect example of what a father brings. We may get in our children's face all we can, but you see that fear that that child has to his father? They're louder, they're stronger, they're taller, they're bigger, so they're more scared. Some of our kids are scared of us mothers, but a lot of them don't take us seriously sometimes. But I best believe that kid gonna straighten up. This is what I'm trying to say, ladies. And when y'all play this bullshit ass games, oh, he got to pay me to see my child. No. If he doesn't have money to give, but at least he'll give emotional, physical support. He can go pick him up from school. It's not all about money. And half of y'all ain't using that fucking money on the children anyway. Yeah, I said it. Because y'all know y'all getting your hair done, getting your lace front wigs, getting your weave, getting your nails done, get your toes done. You ain't really spending it, because I didn't seen a lot of mamas be fresh to death and they kids look fucked up. Wearing raggedy ass shoes with the bottoms all messed up, dirty clothes, hair not done, snot nosed. I didn't seen it with my own eyes. But you fresh to death. You're selfish. You're self-entitled. When you have a child, it's not about you anymore. It's about that child. Your world is done. It's through. Shout out to Freezy No Cap. It's not about you anymore. It's about that child. But you don't know that because you're too busy still twerking in the bathroom with your 4 kids in the bathroom. You're too busy clubbing. You're too busy bringing every Tom, Dick, and Harry to the house. Kids, what do you say when you see a nice young man? Are you my daddy? That shit is funny, but it has a lot of truth to it. And if y'all don't like it because a non-black person is saying it, what you gonna do about it? Because I don't see anybody from the melanated community speaking up. I don't see anybody having outrage on it. Somebody got to do it. So why not let it be me? I'll embrace the smoke. I'll take it. Nothing can be done to me that hasn't already been done to me. I've been doxxed. My private work history has been shown online. My criminal history has been shown online. There is nothing else that y'all could do to me that hasn't been done already, unless you come knocking on that motherfucking door. And I'll be like, say hello to my little friend. Okay? And then YouTube is cleaning up all that bullshit, all that beef that y'all got with each other. Instead of coming together and uniting and talking and bringing solutions, y'all want to bring beef to each other because I'm not black enough, or you don't like the opinions, or you disagree. How about we respectfully agree to disagree and come up with solutions instead of tearing each other down? How about that? Did you ever think about that? Did you ever think about how we can make things better versus being so bad? We put in so much energy into this raggedy ass white girl saying the N-word. Can I see that same energy to the sisters that are out here promoting, saying delete all black male babies? Huh? I don't hear you. Hello? Yeah, I'm with it. I'm with it, skinny boy. Y'all want to romp with me? Come romp with me. Yeah, I don't see Lady D typing anymore. Where y'all at? I know I got a lot of competition tonight on Monday night. There's a lot of other good shows. On, but that's okay. They'll catch the replay. But I'm here, causing mayhem on the Black Man Unfiltered Network. You heard? I'm telling y'all, I'm ready. And as the more I sip, the more outrageous it's gonna get. I'm letting you know now, because I'm mad as hell. 80% of babies are born out of wedlock. $500 wig, and they're one step away from homelessness and starvation. Exactly. We, the melanated community, I did a show on this. You guys go check out my channel, because I be dropping real content. I don't be with this bullshit with the P. Diddy and all that. How is that helping the melanated community? They got money. I'm trying to help us. You're common folks. When fathers are making money, they're just not thinking about themselves. Absolutely, Braxton. And thank you for coming, my dear. I appreciate your consistent support. There's a difference between supporting and consistent support. And my bro man has been here since day one, ever since, shout out to Angry Man, brought him over to my channel. But again, what we doing? What the F are we doing? How are we allowing y'all beloved sisters to be okay with saying that it's okay to delete black male babies? What's up, Del Monte? How you doing tonight?
How you doing, little mama?
I'm good. I'm over here on my bullshit right now, sipping on my dad's favorite drink in honor of him. What say you? I know you heard me. I know you know the topic. First of all, are you a father?
Yeah, I'm a father.
Okay. And without getting too personal, just put something out there of something that you've been through unnecessarily because you're trying to do the right thing.
Oh man, I had to tell the whole story with that shit.
You got a whole book full, don't you?
Yeah, I got a. Oh Lord. Yeah, this equation is hella crazy, and it'll make me look bad at the same time.
Hey, it is what it is. But tell me, then talk to me just about the topic. How do you feel about your counterparts, your black queens, telling people and young women to delete all black babies?
They just talking stupid shit. They just mad about something petty. sometimes you can't just pay attention to all that. They just some of them, if they online doing that, they seeking attention in a way, probably some sort of grace, or want somebody to feel sorry for their situation and their current mindset. Maybe they might have been hurt by somebody, but so it may be compacted and it might be compounded with other things that they've been through. And
I hear you. I hear you. But you see, that's just it. And I get it. We all have trauma. We all done been through some bullshit.
yeah,
But the thing is, when are we gonna address the trauma and break the generational curse and stop putting it out on our kids?
we
Look how
doing it
fucked
now.
up our kids are right now.
Well, we doing it now, but it's gonna take a while because it took a long time for this to happen, for all of this to play out.
So
This
it's
has been
gonna take
going
a
on.
long time to fix. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it might take longer, and there's
Yeah.
not that many people in this live and things just for this subject. People are not gonna pay attention to it until it start affecting them, or
And
if
you're
it does
absolutely
affect them,
right.
if it
But I
does affect
also
them.
tell my men and my male embracers, protect your seed. Stop having babies with these females, Pookies and Ray Rays,
Well,
and then
shit,
complain about it later.
they need a
If
neon
you
sign
already
across their
knew she
forehead.
had 4 kids from 3 different men, why would you put another one in the oven? Why would, especially if you don't have any kids, why would you do that to yourself? Oh, come on, man. The pussy ain't, it can't be that good. I know I'm not a man and I don't know what that feels like and whatever, whatever. But we gotta, y'all men, my kings, y'all gotta start displaying some dick discipline. I'm not telling y'all to stop having sex. But
Yeah,
I'm asking y'all, stop making bastard children.
yeah, I do that to myself if I'm not doing anything that's successful or I'm not up to par. I'm not the last thing on my mind is some pussy. So I kind of discipline myself in that way myself. So because bringing in another a woman to the equation is gonna cause a whole bunch of extra shit that you really don't need sometime if you bringing her into your life and trying to support her and do all this other stuff. And then most of these women is hard headed as hell. So it's
You're,
hard to really talk to anybody, especially with you have your situation and they have theirs, and then you trying to bring it all together if you trying to really cooperate with each other. Because now it's just like now, if you really think about it, most people, single parents and things, gonna have to combine families. They gonna have the lady gonna have her kids, the dude may have his kids. So if he has his kids, and then if he doesn't, and the other woman has his kids, she gonna have to understand what's really going on, and
and that's another thing.
then she gonna
Yep.
see what she doing to her other dude.
Ooh, you brought
When
up
she
such a
see the
good
other
point.
dude, see what he doing to him.
Ooh, yes, and we're gonna address that. Absolutely, that's another thing. But let me go ahead and address Trey. I know he in here. I know he busting right now and got shit to say. Trey, you gotta excuse me, but I'm sipping and I'm on this tonight because this bothers me. Because as
The
a
Gemini power is
mentor
strong.
and as a teacher, I've seen this. I've been through it. I've had to deal with it. I've had to counsel children. I mean, it's just, I've been so involved with it. And of course, it's been with mostly melanated children. Okay. So if y'all want to talk shit about me tomorrow and do a review, yeah, I said it. And what? What you gonna do?
But
Nothing.
how do we get here? You gotta take that into account as well. No excuse, but there is things around us
Feminism.
that
That's
that
one time.
cause
That's one way we got here. Being
systematic.
tricked, being tricked by feminism, being tricked by the government that we don't need no man, that we don't need no man to raise our children. but they don't realize the disheartenment and the disservice that they're doing to our children. But before I go any further, Trey, how you doing tonight, sir?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. You see, I'm on fire tonight, bro. I really am, because this irks me. This irks me because a lot of these kids are going through unnecessary trauma. If, like my girl, my queen Take He says, if we just take that 30 seconds to make sure you put a goddamn condom on. You see what I'm saying? It just takes that one that 10-second situation. Put a condom on. I know it's not 100% guaranteed, but at least you can say, I tried. Plan B. I mean, there's a lot of ways that we can avoid the effery. But what say you, Trey?
I mean, it's utopian thinking. I think I said earlier on our Ping show, uh, the fire is already lit. It's a wildfire, and it's spreading. It's done. The best prevention of a wildfire is to make sure it never happens in the first place. We're already past that. We're in a different time now. And then, people are going to do what suits them the best. I read a thread or whatever you call it from Angel Reese today, and she was encouraging women especially, just do what makes you happy. Focus on what makes you happy. Well, that's a part of the problem, because people, when they do what makes them happy, it's about their feelings, and feelings are fleeting and they change. Your emotions change. You can feel one way about something on a Monday and feel completely different about it on a Friday. It happens. So why rely on that? Here's my issue with this whole deleting.
Go ahead. Here it is, ladies and gentlemen.
Could you imagine if black men went around saying we were going to delete black female babies by any means necessary? Could you just imagine the vitriol, the backlash that black men would get if we said, nah, no more black female babies? My issue really comes from women, because anybody who said any sort of rhetoric like that should have been canceled immediately.
Exactly.
The problem with our community is that, what do we actually stand for? What do we actually stand on? What's there used to be back in the hood, guys would gangbang or whatever, but the kids and the women were off limits. There was a code.
Exactly. Now everybody can get it.
Right. So where do we stand, and when do we say no? We don't do that. Not to the kids. We don't stand for anything. And I have an issue with the fact that, all these women who make these comments, whomever they aren't immediately exiled from the community altogether. Like the movie Batman, you put them out on an iceberg and let them figure it out in the middle of the Antarctic Ocean, and let them figure it out. But we don't do that, because we don't. Could you imagine the backlash that the ish community would get if somebody went around saying delete all male ish babies of that community, the small head community? Could you imagine what that community would do to that person who went around saying that? That person, we wouldn't hear from them. That person would be done. But our community, we find, especially we have men that will give them opportunity and space and give them a platform to say even more nonsense. So what exactly are we standing for? This is why I say unity is a utopian idea within our community, because we can't get on the same page. We cannot get on the same page because everybody's looking out for self, and it's all designed that way. It's kind of sad, but it is what it is.
Yeah, it was a hidden agenda that they had. They executed it, and it's actually working. It's happening right now as we speak.
Can I chime in?
Absolutely.
I just saw a video today. Um, I might not say it in the right way, but they were saying that the child support system around the country, they'll have you'll have to pay a certain amount. Men, we pay a certain amount, but they'll take a certain percentage out of that child support and use it for judges and different people and personnel to
Yeah,
be
it's their
retired.
pension. It's their
Yeah.
pension.
So
It's
it's
a
like,
money trail, Demonte. Trust me,
yeah,
I did a show on that too. It's a money trail. It's big money for the federal government, and that child support goes towards the judges' pension. It's already not a father-friendly arena that y'all going into. You're already looked at as a deadbeat. The fact that you're even in child support, okay? So you see, it's like you're going into a losing battle. And my guys, if you already know this, why do you continue to make babies with deadbeat women? And you know what? I'm going to put it out there. I'm going to be vulnerable with you guys. I'm not perfect. I got pregnant, but I required marriage. And we got married. He was 4 years old when we got married. He was the ring bearer at a wedding. We got married at a church. We had a huge wedding. I required marriage, and I will never forget that conversation. We were sitting by the pool, and when I didn't even know I was pregnant. He's the one that told me I was pregnant because I ain't never been pregnant in my life. I didn't know because I had a daddy in my life that was strict, had curfew, was a goddamn warden at the house, and made sure, even at college, I didn't wild out. And I told him straight up, so you know what this means, right? And because we were high school sweethearts and he's known me since I was 13, he already knew. He was like, oh, yeah, I know. We got to get married. And he was like, and I have no problem with that. I want to marry you. And we got married. I said, yeah, because we got to explain to God that we had a child out of wedlock. So I rectified my wrong. I did the best I could. And we stayed together till our son was 11 years old. So I can look at my son straight in the eye and said, I gave you a father. You lived in a 2-parent household till he was 11. I didn't even put him on child support when we separated. I gave him access to his son whenever he wanted. I'd be like, come get him. Every day he's not there, you're saving me $60 worth of food. So I'm good. He had access to him 24/7. I didn't do that. We need to stop. And then when he started dating, I didn't have a problem with it. He kept his shit so private. I kept my so private. We showed respect to each other. You know, we didn't move like that. We knew to respect each other. But a lot of people are so worried about who's sleeping with who after the fact. Oh, I don't want my baby around that or no other woman. But you got men coming in and out your house every other weekend. But that's okay, though. Kids, what do you say when you see a nice man? Are you my daddy? Come on, man. Come on. Come on.
It's disgusting.
Exactly. Shout out to Prototype. Exactly. I'm going to tell you how I did it. When we separated and I started dating, I would make sure whoever I dated had their own place. And I would go to their house and wild out. And my son wouldn't even know I was gone because I leave when he was sleeping, come back before he was wake up. Until he got a little older and he started, you know what I'm saying?
Nah, he got up in the middle of the night and got some Kool-Aid and went back to bed.
Man, that boy, a fire could come in the store, the whole house, and he would not wake up. I was actually nervous about that. I said, bro, you got to be vigilant. You sleep too hard. But the thing is, we don't even respect our own children. Just because they're children, that doesn't mean that we don't owe them respect. How the hell are you supposed to bring men in and out your children's life and expect him to respect you as a woman? And then they grow up looking at women as hoes and thoughts because his mama was a hoe and a thought. I had my moments. I'm not out here saying I'm perfect and I'm a saint, but I did it in the privacy of my life. He didn't have to know all that. We're too open with our children and live our lives and YOLO. No, it's not about live your best life. It's about living. It's about who got them pregnant? Who let them get pregnant, lady? A man can only impregnate a woman if you allow her, if you allow him to get you pregnant. How about that? You see what I'm saying? You're so quick to blame the men, but when are you and other women like you gonna take accountability for your fuckery? Talking about men ain't shit. Who raising these ain't shit men? Huh? Tell me. I want to know. Tell me something different. Because every week, night in and day out, you come on with this bullshit, but you don't have nothing positive or encouraging to say. I was not molested as a child, so I don't need a rose. Having a rose has nothing to do with molestation. So get your shit and your facts together, dumbass.
That's such a low IQ comment. It's I don't even know why.
Exactly. You're low frequency, Lady D.
I guess it's good. Good content, but it's such a low IQ from her, and unfortunately, she has sons. There's that. There's that.
She need to stop typing and just come on in.
Oh no, she's not gonna come on the panel because she's a coward. She's a keyboard warrior. And shout out to my girl Travel One. I know she's here.
Is that you? Are you doubling as Lady D? Sugar Bum, is that you? Be honest.
No, they two separate people because I've seen Sugar Bum and Lady D in the same chat. You know, but Sugar Bum keep my vagina in her mouth because she don't like me. So it is what it is. But Travel One, I like. We've come to agree. We've come to agree to disagree respectfully. She says her shit, which sometimes is bullshit, but she cool with me. It is so patriarchy. Black men have no excuses, but they will find those excuses. See, I talk to me and Travel One. We talk to each other. She don't talk her shit like the other ones. I can handle her. Where are the black male fathers hiding?
Nobody hiding.
Ain't nobody hiding. You guys are forcing them not to come around. You guys are putting restraining orders on them. You guys are forcing them. If you don't get no dick, you won't let see their child. If I don't get no money, I've seen it. I've seen it and experienced it with my ex-husband's ex-wife. Well, if you don't send me that child support, you ain't gonna see your son. I've seen it. And BMU said he got a good child support video out because in my bad, BMU. I know I sent you 900 videos, but there were so many good ones. I just didn't know what to do. So I left that on you. Go ahead and run the tape, boss.
Has been disconnected from child custody. Child support has been disconnected from child custody. What that means is you have to pay for your child, but they're not always guaranteeing that you see your child. I know hundreds of black men who pay child support who have almost no contact with their child because the courts are not making the mothers respect the custody agreement. So we want custody and support to be put together. If I cannot see my child, you cannot get my money. So again, I'm not against a system of child support. I am against this system. Number two, the child support system is not about making sure children get money to be cared for. It is a system that incarcerates black men and uses child support as.
That's a good one, Black man. You got me on that one. That's a good one. I did a show on child support too, guys. Go check out my channel. Go check out my shows. I be talking about some real shit. For real, for real.
Travel One.
And I know I'm not expecting Sharon Bracey to come on here. I'm not expecting the PH. What they'll do is they'll fucking rip me apart tomorrow morning because they're cowards and they won't come on the panel. And I'm asking you to come on the panel. I need somebody to help me understand how is it okay that y'all allow y'all black sisters, y'all queens, to say that it's okay to delete black male babies. But y'all caught up about a white bitch using the N-word. Make me understand that. What is more important? What holds more importance and urgency? We ass backwards. We are. We're fucking ass backwards. We put too much energy into frivolous shit, and we don't put enough energy into what really matters. And that's the problem. Damn, I lost my straw. Oh well. The facts remains is that we got to do better.
Hey, Backman, can you put that back up? I wanted to address that. This is another one of the idiotic comments that black women make. Stay away from black men. That's just one suggestion because they do not respect marriage and will use you ladies. But I find that quite funny when more black men are married than black women are. And we have a higher marriage rate. Now, it's not by much, but it is higher. So clearly black men respect marriage more than black women do. Especially when you consider that black women file for divorce more than black men do. So who's not respecting marriage here? It's obviously
There it is.
The other part of this will use you. Let me be very clear. If you're an adult and you get used, it's your fault. I'll say that again. If you're an adult and you get used, it's your fault. You are an adult. The problem is with a lot of you black women is that you guys don't grow up. You prolong adolescence and you continue to be children and you're waiting for somebody to tell you what to do, give you direction, instead of growing up and figuring it out. That way you can't be used. Nobody can use anybody if they don't let them. They don't allow them to. And that includes your body. And if you can't get that message across to young girls, then you are a part of the problem. I have a daughter. And one of the things I am going to get across in her head is this body belongs to you. And anything that happens to it that is not forceful or a crime, you are responsible for. Plain and simple. You want to have sex with a man and you don't demand that he puts on a condom or he tries to sweet talk you out of it, your fault, because you shouldn't have had sex with him. Plain and simple. You are in control of your body outside of forceful nature, which is a crime. And that's one of the things I have an issue with because this is the type of rhetoric that gets taught to young girls, like, oh, like they can never be responsible. No, you're responsible for you.
Okay, let me address this. Travel One says, grace, grace, grace. Restraining order are serious, and black men violence against black women is real. They don't want the babies they create. Black men can fight for custody and stop this whining. Do the work. Kids are work. First of all, let's ask the question, Travel One. Why should a black man have to fight for his children? I'm going to peel the onion. Why should he have to fight for his children? That's the first question that we should be asking. Why should a black man have to fight for his children? That child is 50% him. How dare you alienate that child from his father? How dare you withhold that child because you're not getting money? How dare you? I'm shaming y'all. Somebody got to motherfucking do it. Embrace the grace. BM intentionally put the F word, B word, N word in their rap. So black men started so they can clean up their own mess. Meanwhile, if white women uses the N word, whatever black man want, Becky so teach Becky black man. But y'all are twerking to the music when the black men are saying the F word and the B word and the N word. Y'all are twerking to it, which means y'all are co-signing to it. I don't see y'all boycotting it. I don't see y'all saying no. When that song came out, Fuck That Ninja, y'all was dancing and turning up to it. You're co-signing to it, Travel One. I don't see y'all boycotting it. But just because we, the melanated community, made it so comfortable to use that word, now it's a problem when Becky uses that word. I was checked when I used that word, and not even in a negative connotation, because in New York, when we say "what up, man," it's not even like that. But I have mindfully, intentionally, and shout out to my boy Unfiltered Blue, who checked me on that. A Southern gentleman. They call them that while they're fucking. Well, I don't mind being called a bitch while I'm fucking, because that's what the fuck I'm being at that moment. Then that's okay. See, y'all take these shit too seriously, but you don't take it seriously when it's in a song.
Everybody want to be a nigga until it's time to be a nigga.
Thank you. Y'all got selective mannerisms and selective behavior. I don't give energy to that word bitch, because if that's what the fuck you were acting like at that moment, then that's what the fuck you are. Okay? But you quick to call a young man a fuck nigga, right? Ninja. Let me correct myself because I don't want to be clipped or doxxed because I use that word. So let me recant that. Ninja. You quick to call your man a fuck ninja. Ninja ain't shit. Come on, man. Y'all women, a lot of y'all women are full of shit. And y'all ain't shit. And there's not enough shaming. Why would the church put the single mother with 4 kids, 3 different baby daddies, not married, in the front pew? Your ass need to be all the way in the back. You don't deserve respect. And yes, I know that it sounds judgmental. I know this. But if we don't do it, who's going to do it? If we don't talk to our young ladies, who's going to do it? It is my responsibility. It says it in the Bible that I am to teach the younger ones and share my wisdom. Again, and I'm going to put it out there. I'm not perfect, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and the ones all the way out there in the peanut gallery. I've made my mistakes. But I have lived my life trying to rectify my mistakes. And I know, Trey, one day we still have to have that conversation. I ain't forget it. I got a memory like an elephant. You said that I live in hypocrisy. I got in my feelings a little bit about that. I said, well, let me hear him out first, before I get him. See, and that's what counseling does. I don't react to things right away. I count to 10 backwards. I consider who the source is, before I get in my feelings. And me and him haven't even had that conversation for me to get in my feelings. And that's okay. Trey has his right to say what he says, but we're going to talk about it and we're going to iron it out. And if I can learn from Trey, just because he's younger than me, that doesn't mean I can't learn from him. Shit, I've learned from my son. I have seen my son make executive decisions that were better than my decisions. Why? Because I have allowed that platform for him. I've never thrown in his face, oh, you're the man of the house now. But I have made him feel like he's the man of the house. Y'all put too much pressure on these young kids, but don't want to teach them life. Don't want to give them the map of life. You want to have 4 or 5 babies and have the eldest take care of all those kids while you go out clubbing. And then I know that a lot of my single mothers are out there working, but maybe you wouldn't have to work so hard if you just stop having some motherfucking bastard children. How about that? And I know that y'all don't like what I'm saying, and I'm to the point where I don't give a fuck, because it needs to be said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. It needs to be said. And if y'all melanated people ain't saying it, then I guess the next best thing is motherfucking me. How about that? Embrace it. Drop a cash app or a super chat to show your appreciation for the show and the content and the conversation. Because I'm telling you right now, we got to do better, guys. We got to do better. I've been going to these graduations. I'm seeing all these young kids going into the real world, my son. And all I just pray every day. I pray every day, no matter how much you teach a child, they're going to do what they're going to do. And I kept telling him, you're on your purpose. You're 18 right now. The next 10 years, you need to be laying the foundation. You need to be on your purpose. Have fun, party, fuck, do whatever you got to do, but just be responsible with it. Be smart with it. Stay on your focus. And then give me the next 10 years to get my groove back, because I have dedicated my life to him. Mama want to go out too now. Mama want to go to, on trips and shit. It's my time now. And then when I turn 60 in 10 years, I'm in grandma mode. Well, I'm in Nina mode, because I'm not going to be called grandma. My grandbabies are going to call me Nina, after Nina Simone, and the fact that my grandma was named Nina. But do we teach our kids that? No. We twerking in the bathroom with them. We watching videos that's inappropriate for their age. We allowing them to play video games that's inappropriate for their age. We're exposing them to them too much too soon. And I get it. We're living in a world where these kids are in turbo boost. We really are. Okay, Del Monte, I appreciate you coming up. I really, really appreciate your input. And anytime, my dear Del Monte Green Beans, every time I see that at the grocery store, I actually think of you, bro. And I'd be laughing. let's see what Travel One said, BMU. She said, you can stay on the front lines, Grace. You don't have to. Black women are going to stand down, let black man carry in his own burdens because they doesn't want to carry and protect the black woman so he can leave the black woman out of it. Let me read that again.
You're an idiot, Travel One.
You can stay on the front lines, Grace, but you don't have to. Right there, Travel One, yes, I do have to. I have a black son. So you best believe I'm coming armed, locked and loaded. Yeah. Black women are going to stand down and let the black man carry his own burdens because that doesn't want to carry and protect the black woman so he can leave the black woman out of it. Why would a black man want to protect a black woman that's not worthy of protection? Yeah, I'm telling you guys, it's going to get deep tonight. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. Why would a black man want to protect a black woman if you're not protection worthy? When you out here dressed half naked, but then you want to get mad when a man touches your ass and talks dirty to you and treats you like a thought in a hole, because that's exactly how you're dressed. And y'all go check out my show that I did. You're dressed on how you're dressed. I mean, come on. Black men need to lead, but they like it too much under a woman's skirt, and there will be no coddling in the black man. Okay, who raising these black men that are under a skirt? Who coddling these black men, Travel One? Black women, single women, because they refuse to have a man in the house because they're so strong and independent. I don't need no man. Let's look at it for what it really is. 54% of African American men are single and childless. 80% of black children are born out of wedlock. Men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't lie. Shout out to Fatty. Come on, man, bring it. Bring it. I'm not fucking around tonight.
Hey, black man, can you go back to the first comment that Travel One had before you pulled that last one up? Yeah, that one. So here's the thing, Travel One. If black men don't protect you, who will? Because other races of men don't want you. We are your only hope. We're the only ones that's going to do it. And so if we decide to turn our back on you, who's going to protect you? Because you damn sure can't protect yourself. So who's going to do it? If we leave you out of it, who's going to protect you? That answer that question, Travel One. Who's going to protect you if black men say, fuck y'all? And you better believe a lot of them are. They're starting to get to that point. 15% of black men are not marrying black women. So that number is only going to grow as black men make more money, especially as millennials get older and Generation Z gets older. And as you get older as a man, you tend to make more money. As you tend to make more money, you can do certain things like travel and go elsewhere or date women outside. That's why that Kanye line is get some money and then what do? You get a white girl. That's why it struck a nerve, because it's the truth. Men start to get money. Black men start getting money. They start looking elsewhere. So if we're not here to protect you, who will exactly?
Exactly. And I do want to put this disclaimer. Shout out to my black queens that are doing what the hell they're supposed to do. Just like Wife School Podcast. Queen. Take heed to the message. Queen. Alicia. Miss She Said. Grace, black women bashing. Black women will not work because the black women is not the problem. So who's the problem then? And I'm not bashing. I'm stating facts. See, y'all think when we come out here with statistics and facts, that is bashing. Trey, do you not respect marriage? So just hush. Trey, you do not respect marriage, so just hush. But at least, and yeah, that may be true, Travel One, but at least he has the balls.
But it's not
okay,
true.
Go ahead. You go ahead and rebuttal that. I'm gonna go get some more ice because drink number 2 is on the way.
But it's not true. The fact of the matter is, is that I have the utmost respect for marriage, which is why I haven't done it, because I need the proper partner. And I don't even mean a partner in that way. I need the proper wife to get it done. And what is on the table, what is on the menu, what's in the buffet is not proper. It has nothing to do with my inability to respect it. That's just not true. I absolutely respect it, but I respect it so much that I want to do it right.
Hold on, I'm coming. Sorry, guys. Hold on. I'm coming. I'm here. I just had to get ice for that second drink. Can't taste my shit.
I respect marriage so much that I only want to do it once, and I want to do it properly, the right way. And so if that means I have to wait until I get older, so be it. It is what it is. But I'm not one of these guys who's going to jump into something, not being right with myself. First of all, let's get that straight. Second of all, not being able to be stable and provide. That was also a big one. And number three, not making sure that I was able to find the right woman who agrees with the things that I believe in. It has nothing to do with my lack of respect. Anytime anybody speaks negatively or against something that you guys don't like, you want to call it bashing. It's not bashing. It's the truth. And the truth sucks and it hurts. It's harsh. It makes you feel a certain type of way. But the fact of the matter is that the truth is the medicine that this community needs. That's the issue. You guys don't want to take your medicine. The community
And then they
sick.
get mad, Trey, because I'm the one handing out the medicine because I'm a non-black woman.
Nobody is handing out the medicine. That's the problem. I think people think they're handing out the medicine, but that's not the medicine, because the real medicine is to exile the people who don't want to make the community better. So when these people want to talk about, we're going to stay this way and we're going to have a bunch of kids and we're going to do that, the proper answer is to say they stay over there. They're not a part of us, but we don't want to do that. We want to include them. That's the proper medicine, is to get rid of them altogether. You don't represent us, because that's what other communities do. If they are ashamed of these people, they don't let them in the community. You stay over there. You're not a part of us. If you embarrass the small head community, you over there somewhere. You're not allowed to be with us. But in our community, we accept everything. That's why you have a show tonight about women who are making these vitriol comments about deleting black boy babies, right? We didn't put those women over there and say, oh, okay, that's how you feel? Yeah, you're not with us anymore. You're on mute.
I see another comment that says from Travel One, black man leadership is weak. Who are raising these black men? Because 80% of black babies are born out of wedlock from black women. So who are raising these black men? I mean, make it make sense. Anissa said exactly. I'm not screaming and yelling and shaming people who don't want. I don't want to pay attention to those going in the direction you are. So what are we supposed to do? Because obviously, Anissa, what we're doing is not working. What we're doing is not working. Yes, we need to shame more. Yes, we need to yell. We need to scream. We need to be in outrage. Just like this whole YouTube went uproar because this white girl used the N-word. Why are we in uproar about a black woman saying that it's okay to delete black male babies by any means necessary? Come on, Anissa. We got to make change. Nothing changes unless you change. This is my style. This is who I am. I can be calm, cool, and collective. I know Lost in Translation is lost with me right now because he keeps telling me I need to talk softer. But this is a serious topic. This is a serious topic. We got too many of our young men out here lost without a father figure, without a mentor. Because we think that it's okay. We don't need a man to raise a child. And that brings me to this. Fathers and daughters. Young girls depend on their father for security and emotional support. A father shows his daughter what a good relationship with a man is like. If a father is loving and gentle, his daughter will look for those qualities in men when she's old enough to be dating. If a father is strong and vigilant, she will relate closely to the men of the same character. My father was a strong, dominant, loud man. What am I? But I also know how to submit. I also know how to respect my man. I also know how to value him. I also know how to appreciate him. And not just the man that I'm exchanging bodily fluids with. I respect all men across the board. A lot of y'all are just situational submissive. A lot of y'all are just, you know, who the man is. It doesn't work that way. And now for fathers and sons, unlike girls who model their relationship with others based on father's character, boys model themselves after their father's character. Boys will seek approval from their fathers from a very young age. As humans, we grow up by imitating the behavior of those around us. That's how we learn to function. Any so too you stop fantasizing. You know good and damn well these black men don't want marriage. No, they don't want to marry y'all. Let's keep it real. Because 1 out of every 4 women are getting married right now. They're marrying me. They're marrying Becky. They're marrying Chung Lee. They're just not marrying y'all. And you might not like this coming from a non-black woman, but you're not hearing the black women. You would rather run with a black woman saying delete all black babies than take from a non-black woman supposedly about respecting black men more. Do you see how warped and fucked up your thought process is? And then you wonder why. And I know I'm going to be clipped the shit out of tonight. I know I'm going to be ripped apart tomorrow, but come on, bring it. Bring it. I don't give a fuck. I really don't. Because if I could change the mindset of one young lady, if I could change the mindset of one young man, then my mission is accomplished. It really has. I thank God that I was surrounded by men growing up, because I was able to teach my son, plus whatever his father taught him, everything that I learned from my uncles, my cousins, my dad, everybody. And threw all that in that gumbo pot for my son. Skinny boy, women outnumber you 50-1, so your ass should be married. No. There's more women than men, Lady D. You better go do your fucking research before you come up here talking some BS. See, they are trying to change you, Embrace the Grace, telling you to talk too loud. Wow, leave it to black men to correct when he's the one that is wrong. No, that's not true, Travel One. What Lost in Translation is trying to teach me how to be more feminine, how to be more quiet, how to be more calm, because that's how ladies should act. Not all, yo, bro, what's up, my ninja? How you, what we doing up in here, son? Ain't no man gonna be attracted to that. I had to learn the hard way. That's not what they want. So if my friend and my coworker and my colleague tells me and gives me advice, I'm gonna take heed to it because I value what he has to say. He matters to me. And I know that his intentions are to better me and help me be a better version of myself. See, you would look at it that way. He ain't trying to change me. He's trying to make me better. And I get that.
In order to improve, you have to change.
Exactly.
There is no improvement without change. You have to change something. So yes.
Nothing changes unless you change something.
Yes, he's trying to change you. Of course he is. He's trying to improve.
He's trying to help me improve, be a better woman, so I can find me my husband. You know what I'm saying? I get it. And I respect Lost in Translation because he could have just said, fuck that bitch. I ain't got to tell her shit. But the fact that he takes the time to coach me and mentor me, I respect him for that because that shows me that he cares and that I matter to him. That's how I look at it. Most women will look at it in a negative connotation. And that's sad. The world is throwing its party for all manner of sin and wanting anyone not desiring it to submit. Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't so I went through that. I kind of went through everything. I mean, I'm not going to keep beating a dead horse. I get more young ladies that approach me and admire how I carry myself, and that allows me to have the conversation. Exactly, Anissa. You're not out here wearing a bonnet, fluffy slippers. You always look presentable. That beautiful smile, glowing skin. Of course. Absolutely. You get more bees with honey than you do with vinegar. So I get it, Anissa. You're doing your part. I just know that you will never goddamn cut some grass outside in that Florida sun. I get it. And I respect that. Lady D, you must be long overdue for some man meat. That's why you're so angry. She absolutely is, Edward, because she has a lifetime supply of batteries for her rose. Exactly. I stay in my lane and influence who I can. And you're absolutely right, Anissa, because we can't save everybody. We can only save the ones that want to be saved. Skinny boy, look at her. So is it okay for her to use that word? Need to take care of yourself and stop using women, little punks. So is that okay? So why are y'all so mad about a white girl using the N word when you're not mad about her own sister using the N word? Anyone trying to tell someone to stop living such a way gets told to stop, mocked, and accused, and making laws to even remove that person from telling people to repent. I don't know. That's a lot to. I don't know, Trey. Can you break that down for me? Maybe the drink is getting to me, but
No, it's not the drink. I'm not drinking, so it's not the drinking. I don't. Anyone trying to tell someone to stop living such a way gets told to stop, mocked, and accused, in the making laws to even remove that person from telling people to repent. I have no idea. Spell check, people.
I can't believe this. But the stats don't lie. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. The stats don't lie. You talking about black men in violence, but black women lead in violence. Y'all saw the barbershop show on Friday, and when Black Man Unfiltered threw out his stats, black women are leading in STIs. Black women are leading in violence. I don't remember the rest of it.
Consumer debt, student loan debt, bankruptcies, evictions, and the list continues. And it's unfortunate because the simple fix is as much as I believe that financial literacy is the actual answer to our community problem, but to fix those particular statistical categories, families would fix that. Those particular, the evictions, the bankruptcies, families would actually, because two incomes are better than one. So families would actually fix those particular statistical categories. I don't know how you change the CDC stat that 50% of black women have herpes. I don't know how you change that. That's only going to grow. That's going to grow over time. But there's a lot of these categories that could be changed immediately if,
change your behavior.
yeah, a change of behavior, improving, like you said, improving.
Lady D says black men have never taken care of anyone but used everyone else's shit to take care of themselves. Fucking users. Again, Lady D, who's raising these black men? Hmm? Who's having these black men? Skinny boy,
Lies.
I don't
Cap.
I'm not married. Yeah,
Cap.
we know you don't fuck because you have your rose. That's why
True.
you're miserable and beat and bitter. You need to rub one out. Really. And blow a gasket because you're fucking miserable. And it's indicative in the shit that you write in the chats.
Lady D, what exactly have black men used women for? Exactly, because you don't make as much money as we do, especially over $50,000. The threshold of $50,000, black men out earn you. So I don't understand what exactly we were used for. Y'all took cover government assistance and kicked the men out the house. So what exactly were
And
what
if they're
exactly were you
using
used
you
for?
for sex, you're allowing them because a man can
Facts,
only have sex with you if you allow them to.
facts.
So
Well,
again,
what exactly are black men using you for? Exactly. If you could be honest, because if we break down alimony, 90% of alimony is paid from men to women. If that is the case, we talk about child support. Very few black women are actually on child support. What exactly are we using y'all for? Exactly.
We're waiting. I wish I had the Jeopardy sound effect. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I mean, we're waiting. Look, and you know what? I'm not gonna sit up here and not tell you that I have not had my heart broken by a man. Well, I have to say black man because that's all I date. I'm not gonna tell you that I haven't been used by a black man, but that's still not going to stop me from appreciating, valuing them, and holding them into a high regard. Because at the end of the day, not all black men are the same. And
I got my drink in my two step.
But Grace, that's the cost of doing business. If you're going to date, there will be some risk, right? How many times how
absolutely.
many times you've been to a restaurant and you didn't get the proper service, right? That doesn't mean that you excommunicate that. I'm never coming back here. No, most cases you go back one more time. All right, I'll give it another shot. Let's see how it goes. Okay, I had a better experience this time, right? I had a different waiter. I had a different, you know what I mean? Like, we don't do that. It took me 4 times to go to Popeyes before I wrote Popeyes off. You know what I'm saying? Like, before okay, I keep having the same problem, and it wasn't the same Popeyes. All right, it's just the culture of Popeyes. I'm not going back anymore, right? But there is a cost of doing business, and here's the thing: men have had their heart broken too. It might have happened.
Exactly.
It might have happened a little bit younger when we were in middle school or high school, something like that. But a girl has broke our hearts too. That is the cost of doing business if you're going to date.
And Trey, I did a show about that too, and I interviewed men, and they admitted, yes, they've had their heart broken. The only thing is that they deal with it in a different way that women do. And Anissa, you're absolutely right, and I love you, my sister. She said black women have to want to be better and do better from themselves. And you're exactly right. You're right. And I want that. I want that because you know what? Why wouldn't I want my black son to marry a black queen? I mean, come on. Come on. Since a lot of y'all consider me to be non-black, I want us all to do better because at the end of the day, when martial law comes down and there's 2 lines, what line do y'all think they gonna put me in? You think
The
they gonna
black.
put me in the white people line?
You for certain will not be in the European line. That's for damn sure.
Exactly. So you know what? I'm half Dominican. If y'all know your history,
So you
Dominicans have
black.
African descent.
That's black. Those black people that speak Spanish.
But they're so busy looking at my fair skin and my long hair that y'all want to shoot the messenger instead of, shout out to my baby girl, take heed to the message.
But here's the thing: if you do any history work, more African slaves went to South America than North America. First of all, and outside of Africa, the most black people are in Brazil, which is in South America. So I know a lot of black people think the majority of the black people are in North America. That's not true. That's not a fact. That's not a factual statement. Majority of the black people that are outside of Africa with African descent are in South America. And so when you see somebody with South American descent, they come here on Puerto Rican, Dominican, whatever the case, they're black. Like, I don't understand why they're black. They just speak Spanish. They're black. And
I
if
remember,
you go to the Dominican, you will see it for yourself. They play dominoes like we do. They drink like we do. They hang out like they do everything we do. They just do it in Spanish.
I'm going to tell you a funny story. I brought my ex-husband to the Dominican Republic for the first time. And as soon as we landed, everybody thought he was an NBA player because he's 6'8" and he's dressed like an NBA player. So when he got off the plane, he took off his glasses and he said, damn, y'all are ninjas just like us. And I said, I told you, you know, but y'all just speak Spanish. And I'm telling you, Trey, we didn't have to make no reservations. We didn't have to wait in no lines. I was a real basketball wife. And then the fact that I'm Dominican and spoke the language, it was smooth sailing at the hotel. But he learned. He was like, damn, y'all really are ninjas like us. I said, I
Just like
tried
us.
to tell.
Well,
I tried to tell you.
we all are originating from the same continent. Like, and this is, I guess, this is what you mean by unity. Like, at some point in time, this gets old. Oh well, you're this and you're not black and you're this and that. It gets old the same time. We all are. A lot of us are all in the sort of the same tax brackets. We all kind of have sort of the same problems. You can go meet somebody that lives in LA, California. They're gonna have the same problems as some of the people that live in New York. We all kind of face the same issues here. But if you've ever, and I challenge you people, go to the Dominican. You will see there's not a whole lot of difference in the way they live versus the way we live. It may be a little bit less just because of the country, but I'm saying from a societal standpoint, they really are just like how
Trey,
we are.
I got cousins that are darker than you.
I was just getting ready to make that point, Grace. And a lot of the people you will see, they're darker than us. They're actually darker than us. And they speak Spanish. That's it.
And as soon as they speak Spanish, you know they Dominican.
Right.
You know? And then the thing is, we got colorism in Dominican. God bless her soul. But my mama told me, oh, I'm coming by the hospital. I just want to see the nose on my grandbaby's baby to see. I said, oh, I forgot you're blonde and blue eyes. She just wanted to see the nose on my baby when he was born. Not to see her grandson, but she just wanted to see if I lightened the race in the family or did I darken it. I'm like, wow. Wow. All right, so we got Boss Man here on audio, and I think he got something to build on and talk about. So, Boss Man, thank you for coming and showing support. I really appreciate you. What say you on everything that you've heard? I know I'm going on a little rant. Embrace the great. This is Roxanne. Y'all really meeting Roxanne tonight. You know, I try to stay graceful, but what say you, sir? Are you there? Okay, so when you're there, just let me know. No problem. So it's I'm trying to read. I know black. Del Monte Green Bean says I know black. I'm Dominican. Damn. I ain't Del Monte. Huepa, que lo que? A lot of people don't even think I know Spanish, but actually Spanish is my first language. I literally had to learn English and go to ESL, what's considered English as a second language, but my dad took it a little bit further. He made me have speech therapy classes because he did not want me talking with an accent because he thought it would hinder my career. So the only reason you guys would think that I know how to speak Spanish is because I look Hispanic. Pero yo sabe hablar español, yo sé hablar español, y I just identify more with my Italian side because I was a daddy's girl. But as soon as you put me around my Dominican family, I'm a Dominican as you want to be. Play dominoes just like you said, drinking Presidente, rice and beans, and all that good shit. So, Boss Man, what say you?
All right. Can everyone hear me?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, good evening, everyone. First of all, I wanted to say thanks for allowing me in and letting me join the show.
Absolutely.
And I was delayed, coming into the show because I was, obviously cooking, as I mentioned earlier. But I'm done. And everyone is fed.
What you cooking? I'm a foodie. What you cook tonight?
I didn't have a heck of a whole lot of time. I just made some barbecue ribs with some baked potatoes. Something real quick. I did some garlic butter herbed potatoes. Something really quick.
Damn. Okay, I made some shrimp and grits tonight, so you know what I'm saying. I got my hot sauce. I don't know if I'm black enough to have hot sauce, but I like my hot sauce. I know you've heard the conversation. I know you heard me. Yeah. I know you've heard me.
I wanna first say I've been listening to who is that? We're gonna say Sharon. And we're gonna say Sharon. We're gonna say Sharon. That's right. Sharon and what is her name? PH Devil. That's what we're gonna do. And I'm appalled at the idea that someone could even suggest the idea of I'm not gonna sugarcoat the shit. We're just gonna call it genocide.
That's exactly what it is. Low-key genocide. You're absolutely right. Trying to dry out the race by our own race.
Now look here. I'm not going to say that someone should or should not get an abortion. That's not my business. My idea or my thought process is that when you say that you should abort a specific type of person or a specific breed of individual or a specific race of individual or a specific gender of individual, that is when I particularly have a problem. And what is particularly abhorrent is when you have someone who is of that same breed, that same kind, that same race,
Speak it.
say this, and then someone else of that same race, of that same breed, of that same creed, of that same blood, then supports it enough to allow that person to then say and have a platform to then spew that nonsense. To me, this is my opinion. Maybe someone else could agree. Maybe Trey could agree. But if a man had said this shit about LGBTQ, pick a letter, pick a number, pick a symbol. If a man had said this about a woman, if a man had said this about any race, just a man in general had spoken these words, it would have been a complete uproar. It would have been complete demolition. It would have been a complete demolishing of that particular individual.
You're absolutely right.
And if a man had said it on another man's show, that man's show would have been gone the next day. It would have been demonetized the next day.
Look how long it took Cynthia G to get demonetized. The same point. If that was a man, he would have been demonetized. Okay, shout out to my boy Angry Man. I love that man. If he would have spoke something like that, he would have been shut down the next day.
He would have been shut down. And that man, Angry Man, he talks about all kinds of stuff. Some things I agree with, some things I don't. But he talks about all kinds of things. But if he would have said that, it would have been above what anyone could say about, a particular, we're just going to say a particular Aryan race. It would have been worse than that.
Hey, boss man, actually, this is what I think. Had a man said it on a man's platform, another man's platform, and that man didn't immediately correct him or get him off the show, like had he done something like that, they would have upheld him. See, this is the problem. You know what I mean? Like they would, this is the type of men we need. See how
exactly.
You know what I mean? But his show would have only gone down if he would have allowed it. So they would have taken the good if it was good, and they would have gotten rid of the bad if it was bad. You know what I mean? Like
exactly. And the problem that we have in our community, I'm just going to say it, and I don't care if someone likes it, loves it, or hates it. I really don't
Go
care.
ahead.
The problem that we have with our community is that we acquiesce, and we acquiesce to too much shit. And in particular, we acquiesce to the wrong shit. And in particular, more particular, we acquiesce to the wrong shit from the wrong people, and in more particular, the women, because we coddle the women, and then we project to the men from what the women are projecting, and then we punish the men for what the women are projecting or are acquiescing to, or are purporting rather. How I know this is I'm gonna get a little personal here for a second. I too come from a single mother background.
Okay.
All right? And I am unlearning a lot of single mother bad traits that were just pushed. So Angry Man, for instance, had an issue with someone, and I think Take Heed, shout out Take Heed, also had an issue with this. And I think someone else on I think BMU may have mentioned this as well. But the issue of men, or just people in general, celebrating mothers on Father's Day.
Hell no.
I used to, when I was younger, a younger man, not understanding who my mother was, we're just going to say she encompasses everything that a narcissist is. I'm not understanding that and not having my father in my life, I celebrated her on Mother's Day and Father's Day, not realizing that when I was 19, I asked my father, I gave my father an opportunity to explain to me why he wasn't in my life. Long story short, my father was attempting to be in my life, and he and my great grandmother had offered to my mother a chance to take a paternity test when I was maybe 2. And because she was afraid of the truth of finding out that it was his seed instead of a similar man's seed who I thought was my father for 10 years, she ran from it. But I was unlearning, and I'm still unlearning, a lot of traits that single mothers tend to instill into their husband sons. And I too believe that some of the issues that we have specifically in the Black male community is that a lot of the issues that we have stem from Black mothers who are single, in particular single to only children who are mothers to men, or boys rather, tend to cleave to their children because they are absent of a man to cleave to. And they expect to do everything with their son, their sons are to do everything with them except to fuck them. My mother being one of them. And the very moment that I decided to cleave to who I am now married to, that's when I was apparently was disowned. So disowned to the fact that my mother now won't even acknowledge her only grandson because she does not like who I decided to cleave to, my now wife. Because she felt betrayed. Because I decided to turn to my wife as opposed to pedestalizing her. So we got to understand that some of these issues that we have stems from, I can do bad by myself, because my mother was a very single, strong, independent Black woman who could do everything, and she can do no wrong. You know, she did the best that she could, but however, she did the best that she could because she did everything to end up in that situation. And the lack of accountability is real. So all the women that feel as though that lacking of accountability is not the problem, I am living proof and example that the lack of accountability is indeed the problem, because I never asked my mother to apologize to me. All I asked her to do was acknowledge. And my mother is blocked to this day because she lacks the ability to do just that, acknowledge.
The first thing I want to say to you is thank you.
Sure.
Thank you for being vulnerable and telling your story, because I know it's not easy, especially on a channel like this on YouTube. But because you're telling your story, this is how we learn from the other side. So thank you for that. And I get it. And I get it. And I feel your pain, because I'm a type of person to carry on somebody's energy. But the fact remains is that I'm going to tell you what I did with my mother. I went and sat her down and forgave her. I didn't forgive her for her. I forgave her for me, so I can set myself free. And what you did, you got married, you moved on, and she's making you feel guilty for that. And that's not your fault. You did what you had to do. You did what you had to do to get where you had to go. And now, because you know what not to do with your children, right? You're going to break that generational curse. And that's what a lot of us don't do. We continue the same cycle over and over and over again. And what does that make us? Insane. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result.
Absolutely.
So I commend you and I salute you to recognizing and seeing the fuckery. Because a lot of us women do a lot of fucked up shit I'm a woman and I'm here to admit it. I'm not perfect. I've done a lot of fucked up shit. But you know what? The difference is that I've done the healing. I've gone to counseling. I've done the growth. Until this day I grow. My friends and family, they try to make me a better person. And I salute you. And I'm happy that you came and told your story, because a lot of women think that this is a fucking joke. And it affects our children. And at the end of the day, it's the mentors, the coaches, the teachers, and everybody else outside the family that has to deal with y'all fucked up decisions. I could see a woman having one child. I can even forgive two, because a sibling needs another sibling. But when it gets to 3, 4, 5, 6, no baby daddies, no marriage, I'm sorry, I'm gonna say it. Y'all ain't shit. Because you're bringing in kids into a situation where it's hostile, it's poverty stricken, and it's fucked up. Because you're only thinking of yourself. We have a choice as women. We have 34 forms of contraceptives. We can't blame it all on the men. They only have like around 4. We have 34. What's your excuse then? Dick ain't that good that you can't put a condom on it. Why is it that I could do it? I grew up in a 2-parent household, and all I heard my dad would say, your body is your temple. You don't let nobody touch it. Ain't nothing open but legs after 12 o'clock. Ain't nothing open after 12 o'clock but legs, and I'll be damned if they're yours. That's why a father is so important. I didn't even get pregnant till I was 30 years old. I didn't even know I was fucking pregnant until my man at the time told me. But no, here comes Lady D. Proves black men don't like pets, women, or children. No, the thing is, fuck you, Lady D. Men are loved. Men are the only creature on this world that are loved, that are not loved unconditionally. We love children, we love pets, and we love women unconditionally. But men, we have to put condition. It's what you can do for me. What have you done for me lately? But we don't give a fuck about a man's mental health. We don't give a fuck what he's going through. We don't give a fuck what health issue he's going through. We don't care what he's been doing, because men are taught to suffer in silence. So fuck you, Lady D, and what you believe in. You have 3 sons.
To that point and to that end, as men, I find it interesting that in society we are told that as men we don't have an opinion about women's issues, and we are to sit quiet and not speak up and not to have a say, or not to opine.
No, y'all gotta stop issues. That. Get off the sidelines.
However, I find it rich and interesting that there are a bevy of women, a plethora of women, that will talk about men's issues as if they have some ability to be able to speak on it in a way that is, let me say official, in a way enough to be able to speak negatively on it. Okay, so to Lady D's issue here, and to your credit, Embrace, is that we are told that we are to remain silent, and we don't have feelings. Our feelings are not important. And to some fact, feelings are not fact. Things are the way they are, and we're taught to get past it. But we're also told that not to cry. We're told to not to express our feelings. We're told to just tough it out, not to cry, get over it, and suck it up. Get a straw, suck it up. And we suffer in silence. In a lot of ways, we're perfect at it until we're not. Mm-hmm. And when it comes to women, a lot of times that's one of the main reasons why we are afraid to marry, is because the main issue is that I'm only as good as my ability to provide and provision. One of my biggest fears to this day as a married man still is And I've been with my wife a total of almost 10 years, but we've been married now since 2019. And even still to this day, even though she does her best to reassure me, but my still fear is my ability to provide, because because history has shown, and every day it shows you that if you are unable to provide, then your future with your significant other, your girlfriend, your fiance, your wife is uncertain. And that is something that we live with, whether we announce it or not. That is a fear that we have internally.
You're absolutely right. And I think I have one more video to show. BMU, do we have one more video to show so we can start closing things out?
One more, Val.
Let's do it.
I vow to be an amazing father to that baby in your belly right now.
I've been waiting my whole life. I'm gonna give you the best years of your life. You and I. Of your life.
All right, guys.
I
With
got
that
one more,
being
Val.
said,
I
are you gonna
vow
play it
to
again?
be an amazing father to that baby in your belly right now.
So, guys, I want to thank you for putting up with me, putting up with my rants. I know I'm a non-black woman, but I'm gonna speak on this shit because it's necessary. If y'all don't do it, I'm gonna do it because it's necessary. Thank you for everybody that's come up to the show. Thank you for everybody that has shown support. Don't forget to press the like button on the Black Man Unfiltered Network channel and my channel, Embrace the Grace. Please subscribe, like, and share. I'm trying to get to 1,000 by my birthday, November 7th. Anyone can be a father to a child, but being a dad takes a lifetime. Fathers play a role in every child's life that cannot be filled by others. This role can have a very long impact on the child and help shape him or her into the person that they become. So y'all heifers, stop. Stop using the baby as a paycheck. Stop using the baby as a pawn. Stop using the baby vindictively and maliciously, and think about the baby and stop thinking about yourself, because you ain't shit anyway. So with that being said, Boss Man, thank you. DeMonte Greens, Trey, Black Man Unfiltered for embracing me. The chat, I love y'all. Thank you for coming through. I know I'm going to get chopped up tomorrow. Sharon, PH Diva, I'm ready for y'all. Come for me and let's talk about this, because y'all on some bullshit. So with that being said, I love y'all. Embrace the grace. Check me out. I'm all over. I'm here and I'm nowhere to be gone. Peace out.